I am live. Let's see here. Hopefully there's no echo. Hello. Let's see here. Uh-huh. Hey, cousin Joe. How are you? Are you working right now in your car? Hustling? No. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Setting up a live is not easy. Shoot. Excuse me. Sorry. My neighbors are loud sometimes. It's so quiet here, right? And then any little noise just startles me. Speaking of quiet, let's put on some approved music. Okay. Let's see. Darn, I get so much email so fast. My gosh. Yes, I was in your. Oh my gosh, you were? What were you doing over here? Joe went west, young man. You went west. You came out west to see us in the shy. Hook that yarn. Crystal, right? Crystal is your name. I'm running you and editing videos. I'm lurking basically. That's fine. Lurk away. Oh my gosh. Did you get somebody who got in your car and says, take me to Chicago? Because I hear, correct me if I'm wrong, that Uber, like, you don't know where they want to go and you have to accept, like, you don't know where their destination is when they give you the ride, the fare, if you want to call it, until they until you accept it. What? Wait, did you say shy? Oh, Crystal, you're in Chicago? Yes, I'm in Chicago. Crystal, I'm meeting a lot of people in Chicago that come in my life lately. My gosh, Gloria's in Chicago. Okay, so where in Chicago? South side, north side, uh, in the burbs? Because I'm south side in the burbs, but just a little bit in the burbs. That's kind of important. Once you're out of the city, you're technically a suburbanite. You know, we used to call them 708s. We used to call people who lived in outside of the city. We used to call them 708s because that's their area code. But oh my gosh, you're in Logan Square. My grandmother used to live there. Not the grandmother that you see in my thumbnail for YouTube, but my dad's grandma. She used to live in Logan Square. She had a really nice, I mean, it wasn't her building, but it was a really nice um, two apartment building with a basement. It was really built well. You know what I'm talking about, those buildings over there. Oh my gosh, you took the Sox Stadium from South Bend to Sox Park. Oh my gosh. That's a long trip. You made some moolah, Joe. Mhm. I wish I can loop this little song that I have. I just have it in the background because I don't like the quiet, the stark quiet, because I feel like I'm talking to people, but it's so quiet. Cellular field. I don't think it's, I think they changed the name again, but we call it Sox Park. All right, Crystal. And look what a day we have, Crystal. Um, you can go ahead and edit your videos, but um, it's we're gonna get snow today. I got the WGN app on my phone, and it alerted me that we're going to have December weather today. I feel bad because Chester's over there. He's waiting in his carrier, dog carrier. He thinks we're going somewhere because I went in my bedroom and I grabbed my purse out of the room and took it here. But when I grabbed my purse, he knows that we're going somewhere, so he went in my carrier. But we're not going anywhere, baby Chester. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to trick you, baby Chester. And he's just gonna stay there waiting because he knows purse equals carrier equals outside, and he starts working with mama. So he's my service dog. So he knows what he once he puts that little uniform on, which he doesn't even have right now, he is a different dog. So Cammie's here, Granny D is here. Hello, hello. Thanks for coming. And I know you guys, I forget, I'm guilty of forgetting to put my thumbs up, but put your thumbs up and hopefully I can, let's see. Let me see. We're equal on the thumbs, but I think I put, okay, there, here. I'm gonna put that. Okay. I was kind of like out of practice with StreamYard and going live, so I'm trying to get back in and see. Doggy wants outsides. Aw. Oh my gosh. So Granny D, in case you missed it, I have another neighbor. Hook That Yarn lives in Chicago too. She's a North Sider. So in Chicago we have North Side, South Side, and or we North Side, aka Cubs side. South side is Sox side. North side, Sox side. So, but because we have two baseball teams, Cubs and the Sox, and then a couple times a year they have now I can't think of what it's called because I'm on camera. Crosstown Classic. That's what it's called when the Cubs and the Sox play each other, and those tickets sell out years in advance. And it's a big deal in Chicago when the Cubs and the Sox play together. Oh, Joe, you did not just say that. Oh, yeah, I know. It's nice to have neighbors. And Hook That Yarn, I would say I'm neutral, but since I grew up on the south side in the city, Marquette Park, I feel like I should root for the Sox, but I know that some people don't care what what part of Chicago they live in. They like who they like. And go ahead, Joe. You can root for the Cubs, but I'm not sure if that's the best way to go. They've only won one World Series in the past 100 years, has it been? But that was a big deal when they won the World Series, the Cubs. It was a very big deal. And all of us became Cubs fans, Southsiders, Northsiders. We all became Cubs fans because Chicago was in the World Series. I remember that year. It was a big deal. Oh my gosh. In my office where I worked, I sat next to a big Cubs fan. She was crazy for the Cubs. And incidentally, she married a Sox fan. So they had a little house divided thing going on. But it was a big deal when her cubbies won, and oh, you realize we're not going anywhere, Chester? Oh, my poor baby Chester. I gotta be careful what I do. So if you missed it, I grabbed my purse from the bedroom and I brought it out here. And he knows when I take my purse, we're going outside. So he went straight into his carrier so that we can take him outside. But I that's not the reason why I grabbed my purse. Let's see, a little bit Elise. No, I'm reading that wrong. Elias. Where are my glasses? Oh, my glasses are not here. Okay. Um, Elias, is it your first time here? I could have sworn I've seen you here before in the past, like maybe last year. Yeah, Romeo and Juliet love story. Mm-hmm. Well, shoot, I gotta get my glasses. Where could they be? Oh, I know where they are. I know where my glasses are. They're in my room, my bedroom, by my nightstand. I don't know why they were there, but I usually like to have them here. I was gonna say something, but I don't want to jinx myself. Yeah. Well, I definitely, Elias, seen your name before. One virtual woman is here. Hello. Did I say hello to Cami? I feel like I did, but hello again. And guess who else wants to say hello? Look at you. Oh, hi, baby Chester. Say hello to everybody, baby Chester. Say hello to everybody. Why does my voice go like this all of a sudden when I carry him? When I touch him, hey, yeah. I take him when we go to the chiropractor. My chiropractor has a thing about how your voice changes when you talk to a dog. He's like, "What happened to your voice? Why are you talking like that now?" Mhm. Yeah, because you're cute. You're cute, you're cute, you're cute. Mm. Okay, yeah, I've seen you in there. I've seen you all over these YouTube streets. That's what they call them, YouTube streets. I got my water, incidentally, in my cup, my little yarn cup. Hey, Sally, my Netflix friend. I finished the whole thing. I finished it. I'm glad I'm finished. um, yeah, it's but like I said the other day, I had to take a break watching Dahmer. Um, I guess there's a point in the. It's not for you to binge. If you, we, Sally and I have been watching Dahmer on Netflix, and I was trying to binge it just to finish watching it. It's 10 episodes, 10 1 hour episodes. And after a while, I'm like, I need to pause. I need to stop watching this and watch something else nice, because it messes with your head. It's, I don't know. Thank you, Elias. Am I saying your name right? Should I call you Little Bit or Elias? Elias. Um, or how should I say that? Oh, thank you. Some breaks in, yeah, Crystal. You need you need to take some breaks. You have to also recognize those signals that your brain sends you to say, hey, that's enough. Like, when you're watching TikTok and that lady comes on and she goes, "Hey, I know you've been watching a lot of videos, but you need to get up and get a drink of water and move around." Do you ever come across that TikTok after you've been on the For You page and you keep scrolling, watching video after video after video after video? OMG. In case you're wondering, okay, Elias. All right. Thank you for letting me know. Now, in case you're wondering, I was last week working on these wreaths. I'm taking a pause from that because I started over the weekend a lap gan I'm making. Okay. I started this on Friday night. So this is where I'm at. And I'm using Hobby Lobby Yarn Bee, soft and sleek, low pill. Yeah, you can go. That's the yarn I'm using. And I'm making this lapgan for a nonprofit organization that is collecting items to give away in February. They want some blankets, big and small. They give to families in need. I have to read more about their organization, but one of my yarny ladies told me about that. Oh my, is my husband here? Where's Chester? Chester's right here. Chester's right here. Hey, no, stop it! Stop it! Stop it! These two brothers, they can't stand each other. What? I don't like you doing that. I don't like you doing that. You see how he just lunged at my son? What is wrong with you? That's your big brother. His heart is beating really fast. I don't like you doing that. My son does not like dogs. Not a dog person. I don't know why. We've always had a dog, but he's not a dog person. So Chester's kind of mad at him. How could you not like Chester? How could you not like Chester? How come? Oh, you're so cute. Okay. BJ, hello. Is BJ saying hi to everybody? Chester to the front, please. Chester to Cammy. I know. Chester. Oh my gosh. Chester. This is, see, sometimes I have to stop crocheting because Chester wants all my attention. Right, Chester? Oh my gosh. And he's so cute. Oh, who is that came in that you're saying hi to? Wait, who's Marcella? Or Marcel? I'm sorry. I this chat is kind of I'm lost. My phone. My other son had a job interview in Pennsylvania for a box office ticket collector. Uh, and he started his training at Joann's in Pennsylvania. I have to make sure to get his employee number so I can use his discount because you know I need that discount. OVW is Marcel. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that. Granny D, I don't know how you memorized all these names. I feel like I'm not going to be able to do it. You and Dana are pretty good with memorizing people's names. I'm telling you, I will know your name Monday, and on Thursday, I'm like, "What's your name again?" That's when I decided to put my name right here, because I realize that people don't know my first name. So, Monda Tucker, my Monda Tucker is here. Hello. Thanks for coming in. Put your thumbs up. Jester says, thanks for coming in. Say, thanks for coming in. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my gosh. What a cute little doggy. I'm trying to crochet, but look, look. You're so cute. How do you walk around so cute? How are you so cute? How do you live with yourself so cute? Mm. Oh my gosh. Come on. I gotta crochet. Let mama crochet, okay? Anyway, so that's what I'm working on here. Um, yeah, there's probably gonna be little doggy blessing little Chester souvenirs in this lap can, but I will put that in the description of this item when I put it in a bag. I'll put a little piece of paper with a note saying what it's made out of, and I will tell them what kind of dog I have so they know, like, if they but, of course, I'm gonna wash it before I give it to them, of course, so I don't know. They have these fabric softener sheets that are, um, specifically made to remove pet hair from your clothing. Maybe I'll have to buy some of that. You know, Chester does not shed a lot. It's very, very tiny, tiny hairs, microscopic, and it's so not a lot of hair, you know. Chester's breed is what you call a no, a hypoallergenic breed, whatever that means. But we've already put it to the test. I have a cousin whose wife is allergic to dogs, and she still felt kind of sneezy, you know, with Chester in the room. That's one thing I can remember. Let me put it up here. Let's see. That's one thing I can remember fairly well. Guess that's a former teacher in me. I said I used to have to remember loads of names when I taught middle school. Not so okay. So Granny, here's my thing. I was also a teacher, not for a very long time. I only taught 5 school years, and all my students they were kindergarten, so we had this strip with their first name and last name on top of their desk. So that kind of helped me. That was for them to get to learn what their name looks like, but it also helped me to memorize their name by if the first day of school was Monday, on Wednesday I memorized all their names. I knew them right away, face, name, and then even how their name looked. So that kind of, I mean, that was the only way I was able to memorize their name. Sally has 2 cats, and they do not get along at all. Oh, that must be entertaining. When someone gets things I crochet, I get every pet hair and fiber from my room. Wait, I'm sorry. When someone gets things I crochet, they get every pet hair and fiber from my room. I get it now. Yeah. Well, and as long as they know, Chester is lovogenic. Look at what my husband said. Look at what my husband said. Yeah, Chester. Um. Speaking of my husband, I'll tell you what my husband did. My husband went hunting this weekend, and I had the house to myself all weekend because my son was working all day, all 3 days. Hey, Carrie. And it was just me and Chester, and it was nice, nice, nice. But Chester was kind of upset with Daddy, saying, you owe me 4 walks. So my husband had to take him for a walk. Then he had to take him for another walk. And then Chester wanted to go on another walk. But no, it's hard because we have to go out of the unit, down the hallway, in the elevator, down the other hallway, and then out the door. It's not like we can just walk out and go out. It's a whole thing. And it's a lot for me. It's not an easy task for me, for my brain to say, "Oh, I gotta," like right now, my phone is telling me I got a package from Amazon downstairs in the lobby. It's a lot of trouble for me to go out there. I just don't want to. I know some things don't come easy for me at all, and that's one of them. Going outside. I don't I don't know. That's just that's just how I am. Yeah, it's a process to go out to work. Yes, Crystal. Uh, I don't know what kind of home you live in, if you live in a house or a building, but yeah, it's for me, you can't just. And then once I get outside, you got to get in the car and drive out of the complex, which is a big complex. You have to swerve around the buildings and then you're finally outside. Daniel is here. Hello. Good evening, Daniel, because Daniel's in Scotland. That's the Paul Play guys. That's our friend, our Scottish friend, Daniel. And then we got Carrie, and we were over there yesterday. Seems like, so it was yesterday, but it seems like 4 days ago. I don't know. Th- That was, seems like that was so much long ago. But it was what, about 24 hours ago? And yeah, we were over there. I did get to go to a lot of lives this weekend. So there, that's so if I don't show up to your live, blame it on my husband. Obviously, that's the factor, because my husband wasn't home and I was able to go to a lot of lives this weekend. So there, I'm just gonna blame him, uh, because I don't know. But it was nice to have the whole. I had the YouTube on the big screen, and it was nice. It's always to people, Cammy. It's peoply outside. Yes, I agree, Cammy. 100%. It's too peoply sometimes. Sometimes it's not necessarily even the people. It's the effort. Oh, I gotta go all the way downstairs. Oh, you're used to getting blamed for everything. Look what my husband says. Crochet Me Pink, hello. Hello. I I've seen you over the weekend. I remember your channel name, but I cannot. We were just discussing how I can't remember names. So if you want to type your name in the chat, you can do so. Oh, and by the way, I finally figured out a little bit how to turn on my Nightbot, but I still don't know everything about Nightbot. I don't I don't even know. First question I had was, how do you turn it on? I hear this thing turning on Nightbot. How do you turn it on? Where do you go to turn on your Nightbot? Because it's not in on StreamYard, there's no option to turn on Nightbot. It's not on YouTube, there's no option to turn on Nightbot. So what do I do? No one in any chat was able to give me that answer. So I had to figure it out for myself. Ashley from Sunflower Crochet, she has a little bit of tutorials for that. So I was able to watch that, but she was more in advanced. Even her lesson one was, well, wait a minute, that is kind of too much for me. So maybe now that I've gotten to the point where I'm able to turn on Nightbot, maybe I'll look at her videos and see if any of that sounds familiar to me, because it's like her first video I was watching, it's like she was speaking Japanese. Like I don't know what she was saying. So maybe after I looked at it, so what it is you go on Well, you could just Google Nightbot and then it'll put you the link for Nightbot and you could link it with your channel. That's how it is. Nightbot got yourself in this chat and show yourself. Wait, wait. Hi, Laura. Oh, Cammy, it's people at the Goodwill store. Okay, Nightbot, get yourself in this chat and show yourself right now. Okay, so Cammy, if you want to turn on Nightbot, I have it set up where so he doesn't go in like automatically yet right now to go on people's to tell people to subscribe to any of the channels. I didn't do that yet. What I have is if you do too many emojis, he'll go on. If you do too many caps, he'll go on. And I think that's about it. I'm not sure. That's the only that's it. That's as far as I got last night trying to work that out. You know, trying to learn that takes away from my crochet. I you know, and when I'm at the computer like sedentary for so long, I suddenly got freezing because I wasn't moving, I wasn't talking, nothing. And I was like cold. So I put on this shawl, I had my sweater on, I had my socks on, my big fluffy socks, and then I had a cover on me and I was like still freezing. I think like 8, Crystal. I think you have to put in 8 and then Nightbot will only time you out for like not even a minute. So if you want to try it, go ahead. I don't know. I don't know. Do you not want a record with Nightbot? You don't want to, Nightbot to like give you a citation. Is there such thing as a Nightbot record? Why is it so dark in here every time I go live? Seems like a lot of times when I go live, it gets foggy outside. It gets cloudy. Mm. There you go. Ah, look, it turned on. Crochet Me Pink is my first Nightbot customers. Oops, Nightbot doesn't like too many emojis. And then do you notice how Nightbot ends it with emojis? That's kind of fun to play around and learn that. But like I said, it takes my crochet time away. Um, but I'll see what else I can learn. Um, I hear Sunita's a genius, and I couldn't find her yesterday in anybody's live to tell her, send me whatever email you send to people to get them started. Hey, Gloria, that's another Chicago friend here. We got Hook That Yarn on the north side, and Gloria is, oh, I forgot where you are, Gloria. Oh, east side, right, Gloria? Okay, we got north side, east side, south side, and we don't have a west side of Chicago, but you know, we have all the sides covered. All right. Oh, really? No, let's see. Yeah, you have to put a lot of emojis. I know people like to use emojis, so I didn't like make it a low number. I made it like a lot of like what Crochet Me Pink did. Did Crochet Me Pink ever tell me your name? I have to go shopping and I don't want to go because it's too peoply for me. Agreed, agreed, agreed. She's also in our club that you're Kelly. Okay, thank you. And saying words to people can be hard. Mhm. Okay, I'm kind of behind in the chat. Sorry about that. Just search Sarah's Sanita's channel. She did Nightbot lives. She did. You know what I was looking? I was looking to see if she was on somebody's live as of yesterday. Then I went to her TikTok to kind of send her a message because she's always in my TikTok. Every time I open up TikTok, there's Sunita. But or I could just go to her house, BJ. You know, she doesn't live too far from me. So I don't know. I have to, but a part of me, BJ, wanted to learn it by myself without somebody holding my hand. I don't know why. I wanted that challenge. I wanted to learn how to do it from scratch. Nobody give me any shortcuts. I want to, but guess what? I didn't learn too much in like 3 hours. I was working on it for 3 hours, and the only thing I came was able to come out with was people can't use too many emojis or a lot of all caps, but I still got to figure out how I can let people, I can let Nightbot drop their link. Like Jeanette from DOI Creations has it where, like, if you type DOI Creations in her chat, Nightbot will put your link in there. And Sanita even has, if you put joke, Nightbot is going to tell you a joke, all that stuff. I want to kind of figure it out on my own, but I might get a little impatient and say, forget it. Sanita, hold my hand. Okay. I haven't even touched the Techie and StreamYard, etc. It's been months since I did a live, but I'm thinking I'm gonna keep it easy. Yeah, go at your own pace. You know, some people just they go on YouTube, they start a channel and they go really fast, which is good. People can do that. Some people like to take their time, slow and steady wins the race like a turtle, you know. Don't go too fast, but some people like to go fast, and that's okay. You do what you want to do. We're all different and we all learn different and we all do things different and we have other, you know, like some people can spend a lot of time on YouTube, but me, I like to watch some TV. I like to um, cook a lot. I do like to cook a lot. So that's if I'm not on YouTube, I'm probably in the kitchen cooking um, or watching a movie. But I don't watch nearly as much as TV as I used to. I used to watch my TV was on all day long. Either I had Friends on or I had um, what other show? Seinfeld. Friends and Seinfeld I would watch constantly all day. If I wasn't at work, I was watching the TV was on. And I think I used that TV. This was before I learned how to crochet to get my coworkers out of my head. Um, so as soon as I came home from work, the TV turned on, and because they were still in my head, and I needed them to leave my head. They, I had some of the worst coworkers in the world. I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna put that out here. There. I had some of the worst coworkers in the world. hmm I don't know if I'll give you any more information today, but anyway. Okay, let's see what we got here. I only watch movies on the weekends. Cammy, yes. Sometimes a movie feels like it's too much for me. It's too long. I need a show. Sometimes I need a half an hour show, and sometimes I could do an hour show. Sometimes I can binge hour shows. Just depends where my head is at, um, and what my schedule is. So I would say, um, Oh shoot, I had a thought in my head and it left. We're talking about people. I mean, we are talking about shows, watching movies. I don't know. Well, now that I'm finished with Dahmer, I have to figure out what else I'm going to start watching. I hear that there's a, I don't know if this is a movie or a TV show, but it's on Netflix. It's called Jexy. It's supposed to be like a series where this person and Siri, their Siri, which is Jexy, kind of have a relationship. I don't know much more details about it, but somebody told me about it. And the next day when I went on my Netflix, it came up as a suggestion. Oh, Cobra Kai. I still got to finish that. But now that my husband's back in town, maybe we'll get to that starting tonight. Yes, Crystal. They're like a second family. Okay. Yeah, toxic is the word. Toxic is that word. OMG, Crystal, I'm telling you. And I thought they were my friends. I thought they were my friends. And I know some people have a policy they're not going to be friends with their coworkers, and that's probably because they've gone through some ish in the past, you know? And if I ever work outside the home again, I will probably have that policy. I am not going to be friends with you. I'm not going to put out we're not going to become Facebook friends. I'm not going to text you, what are you having for lunch today? I'm not going to be doing any of that because OMG, there were so many clicks and it's amazing. These were adult women acting like teenagers. I think I said in the past live before, but there was this group of women. They referred to themselves as the mean girls. And every time we got a new hire, they uh, vetted them like to see if that new hire was good enough to even approach them as in a social situation. It was horrible. Like, I don't know. I've seen that, Crystal, the Watcher. Um, oh, I've had enough of murder thriller with Dahmer. I need a break from all that. But yeah, those women, I didn't realize they were so terrible for my mental health until it was too late. And I left the company, and now years later, I'm replaying situations in my head, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, they're horrible people. Horrible, ugly, awful, awful people. And why did I even get? I mean, at one point I had them. They all came and visited my house, um, because, like this past weekend, one weekend my husband went hunting, had the house to myself, and I said, "Party at Sandy's house," and that was I should have just punched out every day and ended any. I shouldn't have started texting people and seeing them on a social situation, going to their weddings and kids' birthday parties and their baby showers. That was mm-mm. Now I understand some other coworkers that I had that it made they had very strict policies for themselves, and and I didn't understand, like, why are you kidding? You're not gonna you eat lunch by yourself in your car, and you don't discuss anything that you did over the weekend or anything that you have plans for this weekend, because that was normal. What are you doing this weekend? What did you do this past weekend? How was your weekend? What's for dinner? How are the kids? All that stuff. Mm-mm. But I don't know. I Don't get me wrong. I had some good coworkers. Some of them were okay. Some of them were okay. Not all of them were evil. Not all of them were wolves in sheep's clothing. And that's what it was. They were, oh my gosh, they acted like your friend, but holy cow, can they talk about you behind your back? And if they're talking about Susie to you, you know later on they're going to talk to Susie about you. Any conversation then translates into gossip topics that happens. Yeah, you innocently talk about what TV show you're watching, and then people just, I don't know. People like, they were very judgy. Like, even when it came to my lunch, like, what are you eating? What is that? That's all you're eating? Oh my gosh, you're going to eat all that? You're not even eating. You're eating too much. What happened to your diet? Oh my gosh, you need to eat more. It was never good enough because I worked there for years and I was heavy and then skinny and then heavy and then skinny, and then it's like, you you're too skinny. You're not eating enough. Uh they weren't really, no one never commented like you're too heavy. They weren't that awful, but like it was just, mm-mm. Anyway, anyway, and uh, can I do some crochet, Mister? Is it possible for a mama to crochet? Would it? Would that? No, I'm sorry, I hit his snout with my hook. He like does this jerky moments when the this yarn touches his skin. He doesn't like that. Okay, well, Chester, do the math. You're free to get down off my lap and go on the many couches that we have here for you. Because the title of this live is Crochet and Chat. It's not Chester and Chat. That's not the title. No, it's not. I'm like telling you. So that's what's going on today. Mhm. I was able to, I thought I would do a lot of cooking over the weekend since no one was going to be home. I didn't cook a darn thing. Well, I did make some mashed potatoes, only because I had potatoes sitting on my counter that were there for a while, and if I didn't do anything with them, they would go bad. So I decided make some mashed potatoes. And that's what I did. Made mashed potatoes, but I tried not to eat them all, and I didn't eat them all. I saved some for my husband. So, what do we have here? By the way, this color is called tobacco. This brownie color right here. This one down here below, I can't remember the name of this color because I got rid of the label. Teal. No, I remember now. I can see the label. It just says teal. So we got teal and tobacco and teal. Okay, Mister, this boy, he puts his cheek right on my lips. He loves mama's kisses. I sure do. The other day I woke up with his cheek right on my lips. He wants me to kiss him all the time. Boy. Okay. Are we gonna get down? Are we gonna get down? Going to get down? Oh, big yawnies, yawnies, yawnies. Okay, get down. Wanna get down? Let's say goodbye. Go sheeps. Go sleep on the couches. I had to make sure to shut my bedroom door because I don't want him going. Now he can look out the window and he just goes a little crazy. Yeah, tobacco. kind of kind of a funny name for a color. Yeah. Like if they had a red color yarn, would they call it alcohol? Next thing you know, they're going to be naming a color firearm. So you got alcohol, tobacco, and firearm. Oh my gosh, I hope that doesn't get me banned from YouTube saying those words. So I'm just doing a simple, every other stitch is different. One stitch is a slip stitch, and the next stitch is a half double crochet. So half double crochet, slip stitch, half double, slip. And I'm not a fast crocheter. Half double, slip, that's all it is. And it's one of my favorite stitches. I'm not sure if Granny D is still in here, but she's got a favorite stitch. It's called the moss stitch, which is my nemesis stitch. I can't get that stitch down. And so this moss stitch is to Granny D as this stitch is to hook crochet. So I've heard this stitch called, it was called the crunch stitch before. So if you can see it there, it's got good texture, and it's the same on the other side. It's the exact same texture. So there's no back or front to this. And it makes a very good, nice washcloth. I use the I Love This Cotton yarn and I use this stitch and it is the best washcloth for your counter. It gets it nice and shiny. It's been good so far. It is one of those shows that plays on Fears and Safety. Uh, Crystal. Maybe one day. I don't know. I need to take a break after Dahmer. But uh, you go for it. Now, older movies like The Shining and Exorcist, where production was not as fancy as we have today, I can watch, and it's kind of funny to me because of the fact that production, you know, the way they edited the film and the special effects were not as advanced as they are now. And so it's just like kind of funny. You know what I mean? Sally Horner, you're gonna check out The Watcher after Dahmer. Holy cow, you're brave. Oh, I don't know who that is. That's a new name for me. I don't know who that is. I can't even pronounce that. First name Bobby. I don't know how you pronounce that name. Okay, Chester, get away from there. Chester! I don't like that he barks too much. I really, it's not for me. Anyway, I'm just going to see. I'm going to see what time. Okay. Oh, 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 oh. I got to plug in my Mac. Is this? Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay. All right. And now, let's see. I just want to go and see what time. Now, I know what time VJ's coming on, but I don't even know what time it is right now. It's 3:23. Okay, so we got about 7 minutes because VJ comes on at 3:30 Central, and we're going to go over to her house and raid her. Oh, Chester, what? Okay. We're going to raid her for a half an hour, and then we're going to go to Granny D's after that. And let's see. Let us see. Hmm. Telling you, my YouTube homepage looks different every time. Okay. All right. We got 5 minutes. And that way, I'll put her link in the chat. Oh, no. That, um, over here, this friend, no, I haven't tackled that. I wanted to. I'm not an amigurumi expert. I'm not even I'd say my level is um from a 1 to 5, 5 being expert, 1 being beginner. I'm like a point 0.5 right now. So I'm yeah, I have that on my to-do list. Oh, I dread doing yarn inventory. I'll tell you, when I organized this yarn back here, it was a lot. It was a big project and it took me weeks to get it right. And like once you get it all organized, you don't it's like you don't even want to touch it because you don't want to mess it up. So I know how you feel. Um that Granny D has a lot of yarn. Boy, I like when she does the fiber of the day. It's a lot of she's got a lot. She seems like she's never gonna run out of yarn to show us. Jester. Let's see. I saw it at Five Below, but they got sold out. Oh yeah, that's where I got it at Five Below. hmm I like that store. That's a nice little store. You got to be careful with that store because you can spend a pretty penny in that store. And my Five Below is only self checkout, so which is nice. And then you can even, I think you can Apple Pay and Google Pay at that checkout. It's really nice. Of course, they have cameras all over you. So, and then they have one, moderator, I guess you want to call that person. I guess Chester just wants to be live with us. I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you. Yeah, once you organize it and then you use it, and then it gets, you know, you got to keep rearranging stuff. But yeah, it was nice to get all my yarn organized. And um, this yarn right here, I got on clearance at Michael's. Those are Karen latte, not Karen latte cakes. They might be latte cakes. No, there's some kind of cake, and they were like $2 each cake. There goes my yarn hook, my crochet hook. Oh yeah, Sally, I know the feeling. Okay, Mister. I guess I'm not crocheting this afternoon. After I get off this live and I watch VJs, while I'm watching VJ, I have to get my butt in the kitchen and start cooking. I'm cooking homemade Alfredo sauce. I'm cooking a lot of it and then freezing some of it so we can have. I don't like to get the jars of Alfredo sauce. I like to make my own. So I have to get going on that. I've been saying I'll do it tomorrow for about a week, and I have to use up because it's dairy products, so I can't wait too long. Otherwise, I'm going to have to throw some ingredients out. So we don't want waste. Oh, you overdid it on the latte cakes. Yes, meal prep. Hmm. Yeah. The only thing yesterday, I sent my son to the store to buy some pasta. I'm not up to that level of making pasta on my own yet. Um, there was nothing on the shelves. He texted me pictures, and the shelves were bare. It was like the pandemic times. I'll show you the text messages. He sent me the pictures. He sent me of the shelves. See, bare shelves. Those bags of pasta were $5. I don't know why they were expensive. It was just a 1 pound bag. Um, here's another sentence. Empty. Say that. No, no. We've gone through pasta shortages over the past 2 years. It's like ebb and flow. Same with tortilla supplies. It's just, it's crazy. So yeah, meal prep is something. It's a good thing to do, and I think I will put DJ's link in the chat, and we can all go to her house as soon as she gets on. Oh shoot! I didn't want to do that. Oh, excuse me. Okay, close that window. Okay, let me refresh this because this is just messed up right now. Okay, I hit something I didn't want to hit. Okay, let me try this. Okay, that is her house. We can all go over there as soon as she gets on, and we could say hook raid, something like that. Thanks for coming, Sally. Thank you, Crystal, for hanging out with us. Pesto. Okay, pesto. Yeah, I can't make pesto because my husband doesn't like pesto. It's one of the few foods that he doesn't like. He likes most food, but he doesn't like pesto. But thank you, Sally, for coming. Thank you, Crystal, Granny D, if you're still here, VJ, thank you for coming. And um, Kelly, I'm not sure if you're still in here. Cami, thanks for coming. Gloria, Laura, and Carrie was here for a while. Daniel was here. My husband was here. He's probably gone now. Manda was here, and Elias. And then we had, who else did we had? We had one virtual woman, Michelle. Wait, Mikkel. Did I say that right? Sorry. But one virtual woman, Joe, cousin Joe was here for a while. He was one of my first customers. So I will see you over at VJ's house. She's not on yet, so we'll wait for her to get on and then we'll go. All right. We still got a couple people in here. So, and we have Chester over here. I don't know why. He's got my hand and he's nibbling on my hand like he needs something. And he had like a feast today. His meal consisted of hard boiled egg, chicken, a little bit of cheese, a sprinkle of cheese, some blueberries, some carrots and celery puree, and then his crunchy munchie. He ate better than I did. Guess what I had to dinner? Guess what I had for breakfast? A cup of coffee, and then about an hour after that, I had a couple pickles. That's all I've had today to eat. So, mhm. Where is VJ? I don't know, but I'm gonna I'm gonna step out. I am going to step out now because I'm gonna go get something to nibble on while we wait for VJ. All right. Take care, and I'll see you on Thursday, hopefully. All right. Thanks for coming.